Hood Postman, Rolo, City, Hood, Click. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah. Lock the door on him. Lock the door on him. Hood Postman. Hood Postman. Reporting live. Reporting live. This the Hood Postman, come and check the program. You ain't from the streets, this is something you should know, man. Running from police, gotta grip the wheel with both hands. Speeding down the interstate, please do not approach him. 40s in the fridge, got the caddy in the driveway. Get all out of my face, I don't wanna violate. Looked up in the mirror and I told myself, why wait? We took this shit worldwide, you only in 5 states. Came from the 4 corners with my 4 quarters. Showed them the style, then they stole on us. Times got wild, then they told on us. Dog, it was hard, but we had to keep it rolling. You ain't gotta ask, you know where to find me. I be in the back streets where it get grimy. It's just me and Mel, Rennie looking bride D. I be going hard till I'm in the 5 C's. Know the vibes. I'ma do it till I die. I ain't never switched sides. I ain't never had to tell a lie. Let's ride. Know the vibes. I'ma do it till I die. I ain't never switched sides. I ain't never told them no lie. Let's ride. Hood Postman. 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 Hood Postman.
Shout out to the Mailroom Nation, the Mailroom Goons. I am Professor Melly Mail, the Hood Postman. Be sure to click the notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment down below, because when this dope content hit, it's going to feel like the first in the 50. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Mailroom, where you come in and take a look at your mind, examine what's in your heart. You go anywhere in the world to get a couple of lies, but you come right here to get the truth. It's not a glamorization nor is a glorification. It's always an education and an education. So get on the bus and let Rolo take you to school. We back here with Rolo. Shout out to the Rolo. Before they had handguns, Rolo, they had fair ones, man. Listen, Rolo, it is easy to judge more. It is more easy to judge. It's more difficult to understand. Understanding requires compassion, patience, the willingness to believe that good hearts sometimes choose bad methods. They're not just the bulk of the day, but we can get through it. We can judge. We can separate. You separate by judging, but through understanding, we begin to grow, and that's what we got here today. That's why I bring Rolo on, because Rolo got to understand that. He got the Midas touch. I've been to this man's house, man. This man grow everything. Shout out to Mr. Rolo. How you doing, Rolo?
I'm doing good. Great.
Man, it's good to see you, man. Man, I wish they could see that collection of knives. Man, this man got swords, knives, daggers. Mallets and maces. This man, I ain't gonna even get in that. But like I said, it's easy to judge. It's more difficult to understand. And that's just the bulk of what we hear today. Shout out to Tuesday. This is Tuesday, thought-provoking Tuesday. And I got Rolo in the house. We're gonna talk about today. So let's get into it, bro. Rolo, I've been following this young man, man. And I really like him, man. The Big Newton guy, man. He got some good music, man.
Yeah, he do.
I like Big Newton, man. He gets into it, man.
Yeah.
I really vibe off of Fig Newton, man. And shout out to Fig Newton, man, for just being an astute individual in this music business and leading his way and not following nobody. He doing his own thing. He in his own lane.
Exactly.
That's it, Rolo. So, Rolo, talk to me, Rolo. I put a picture of Mad Mo on there because we didn't get a chance to talk about Mad Mo, and we didn't get a chance to talk about Al Dog. But I'm gonna kind of let you lead where you want to go today, because you be already having your mind made up on certain things.
Now you can ask. Go ahead. It's okay.
Yeah, talk to me about Mad Mo, man.
Man Mo's a good kid. You know, he came out the 50s with Lee B. And then, you know, he claimed the 111th Street block. Man Mo is
Okay.
function and everything. He's a legit guy, you know. There's nothing bad to say about Man Mo. Man Mo, you know, he's very business orientated and he's very street orientated. You know, Man Mo is with the business.
Okay. Okay. So he was one of the good kids, right, man?
Yeah,
But
he was one of the
so
good kids.
Rolo, I got a deeper question to ask you too, man, because I can't this keep coming back across my mind. There's these kids, right? I don't know if you saw them. One is named Brick Baby and the other one named is Crip Mac, right?
Uh,
Days ago they did an interview with a guy that came out of Fort Worth, I believe, Fort Worth, Texas, and he claimed to be a Hoover Crip. Okay.
okay.
But the only problem with it, you know what I mean? It was he wasn't necessarily a man. I mean, he was a man through the physical appearance, but he didn't have no problem to tell you that he was part of the LBGQ community.
See,
Uh
that right
what
there, I gotta,
okay.
you know, speak heavy on right there. Because a lot of them cats, they was gay before they went in. They didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? And they sick in the head to think that it's okay to make love to shit and not knowing your gender. You can understand that's a confused person right there to say that, you know, you have a penis, but you're saying that you have a womb. Something wrong with that cat. You get what I'm saying to you? By start, something happened to him and somebody influenced him to act like that because nowhere in the world that God can make a mistake. Nowhere in the world. Nowhere in the world. And what they saying is God made a mistake. So when they say God made a mistake, you can understand what God they take. You know, they with that Lucifer, they with that numerology, because you got to understand we on this earth, and this earth is not godly earth. God put his angels here to see who will not, you know, betray him. So we're gonna have them trials and tribulations anyway, you know. And then when you go to, I'll be following Crip Mac sometime, but I think they're using Crip Mac for the stupidity of black people. You know what I'm saying? You know, first of all, you got a big ass 5'5" walking around in your enemy's hood. You setting yourself up for failure because you're going to run into somebody who don't give a fuck. There's a lot of people out here like that. You know, 5'5" is a good kid, but he should change his MO of trying to be so gangster when it ain't that gangster. You know what I'm saying? Where you can, you know, he got heart, but he don't have no physical skills and no thinking skills, you know, because I see the pattern of him and his daddy trying to get out there and keep on promoting ignorancy, you know, telling people to hurt his son. You know, what man would tell a person to hurt his son, oh, I'm looking for my son to do this to my son? You know, that's all publicity, you know, like I said, you know, half publicity that somebody leading them to act like that, but they can get more ignorant kids to think it's okay to be like that, you know. But to get back to that gay guy, I would never set myself in a position to be around them kind of guys because they already have their mind made up. I got to turn this guy out. You know, you don't know if this guy looking at you as a friend or he looking at you as sexual or stuff like this. You can take this.
Shout out to Compton girls. Daddy need to go somewhere and sit down, is what you said.
And you can take this for instance, like the homies.
Down to the man.
The homies think it's cool to discipline the homie and then to have sex with the homie. No, you had homosexual thoughts already because that's just like a little boy that's in elementary that he like a girl, but he always hitting on the girl, making her feel, you know, intimidated so she can feel safe if she in his arms. That's the same way the dudes do in the game now. You know, they say, I'm going to pick on this guy because I want to fuck him. He look good, you know. A lot of guys, you know, you got to watch out for them, what's on their gender and their mind. You know, if that's on their mind, you know.
I'm glad you put it that way. So let me ask you this, Rolo, deeper question. Why is it, so these two individuals, they interviewed this guy. This guy was pretty honest and open about who he was and what he was. But what I'm getting from it, the fact that he come from Fort Worth, they got this other guy who called himself OG Percy, which I refute that word and him being an OG, whatever. But then you got Charleston White. They all come from that same little area in Fort Worth. So I'm thinking it's a lot of shenanigans coming out of that area, and this ain't got nothing to do with Texas. This got to do with them three individuals that happen to come out of Fort Worth. That seem to have taken the internet, hog-tied it, and they're holding it hostage based on them just being outrageous and using shock value to gain success. So now, and let me land it back over here. Now, when you see the Crip Max and some of the other guys, and I call Crip Max, I'll say he's a more of a punchline Crip. Punchline meaning he got a lot of punchlines when he's speaking. And I don't know necessarily because is he gonna really follow up on some of this stuff today? I don't think so. But at the same time, he gets away with it. Are we allowing us as men? And I ain't got nothing to do with Pyru, Crip, Blood, none of that. I'm saying us as black men. Are we allowing these individuals to do too much?
Yeah, because the reason why they're allowing them, because half of them is covered up in the shit too. They dipped in it, and now they wish they haven't dipped in it, but their name is in it. So they can't really speak out. A lot of people can't speak out because when they realize what they was doing wrong, they want to back out, but they can't say nothing because they was part of it. But then you can say something. People are allowed to make mistakes. You get what I'm saying? You learn from your mistakes. And this is a mistake that we got to really learn from, because if we do not, you're not going to have no fathers in the household to even raise a kid. A kid not going to even know left field from right field. You get what I'm saying? And if we don't have these father figures or brother figures in the house, our generation is really lost.
What's up, Killer Kev?
Like I said on my Instagram back in 2000, I said it's going to be nothing but 85% women, and the rest is going to be like 13% men, and the rest children fighting for our rights. Because now you have sick men out there doing all these homosexual things, and then the reason why, it's a lot. The reason why God don't even want this, because if you can go back to Boy George, you can go back to Prince, you can go back to Nilly Vanilli. When they suck dick, what they have to do, they have to go get their stomach pumped. So a lot of them niggas out there is sick. When another man swallow another man cum, it's sitting in your stomach like semen. Look at Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim had to go get her stomach pumped. You get what I'm saying? So if she couldn't handle the 100 dicks that she sucked that night, man can't even handle one. Because that's what a lot of these diseases is coming from. See, this is why it's very important that you don't have homosexuality. That's why we got these new diseases that's coming out, that's eating you from the inside out. You got homies hanging around you with open wound sores like it's cool. You got people that's walking around. You can smell the syphilis now that's coming from all this, because it's a high epidemic of syphilis out now because you're dealing with shit. You're making love to shit. These are demons, man. There's nothing godly about it. You know what I'm saying?
So what is it about the gang culture where they really don't talk about the homosexuality? All these people, they kind of like hide in plain sight, so to speak. You know what I mean? There's a part of these dudes, they know who they are, but they kind of like hide in plain sight. Like, and I'm gonna give you an example. There was only one time I was on the yard and I saw a dude walking the yard holding another man's hand, right? And they used to dress alike, and I'm like, that's the first time I seen it. It really tripped me out when I saw it, right? And I knew who the dude was. The dude name was Smooth, and he was walking around with this dude, holding hands like he was really proud of it, man. And that was the first time I seen. But I've never seen any other guy, so I don't know. I could say his name because I actually seen this guy do this, but I've never seen none of these other guys who people say and put their names out there, but they talk behind the scenes. They don't talk in front of the screen. In other words, they won't, put it out there and say, well, such and such and such and such. They won't do that. They leave that alone. What's up, Big Dad? They won't get into that. They just won't. I don't know. It's like they're protected.
Okay.
Are they protected?
It's like this. See, a lot of people are asleep because it's more deeper than what people can ever think. Because when I went to school, like I told you, in college back in Washington, D.C., back in 82, 83, that's when I really first seen Chocolate City, D.C. It was allowed out there. They was allowed to walk around with their boyfriend and girlfriend. You get what I'm saying? So everything, like I say, everything started on the East Coast and come to the West Coast, and then it emerged in the middle, and then it's all over the capital of the United States. See, you gotta understand that being the fashion, all the clothes, we never had clothes. So when you see a guy that's dressing up real nice and you know them clothes cost a lot, he's dealing with a homosexual. You get what I'm saying? I hate to tell people. And a lot of these cats, when they be gone, they got to go deal with the homos. The homos got money because it's the root of all evil. If you can look at our president, you can look at how they've been taking kids for all along. This shit's been underneath us since we was kids, but we didn't know. We didn't know because it wasn't out in the open. But now it's out in the open because now the government want people to accept it. So it been there. Like I tell you, you know, for anything to happen in the inner city, the government always have a plan. You got to remember, so nothing goes on without the police know what's going on. And don't no drugs ever come to the city unless somebody is working for the police. You get what I'm saying? So you got to understand.
Shout out to Big Mitch.
We as a people, we got to take control and start questioning our councilmen, start questioning the laws, start changing the laws. Because as long as we as a people say, okay, the white man got us, the Jew got us, yeah, they got us only where they want us at. And knowing that we're going to only come by their product. You get what I'm saying? So until we can get out that fashion, as they say, as a raccoon with shiny eyes, we can get out of homosexuality. As long as we got shiny eyes and a person see before they think, you ain't gonna never get rid of homosexuality. Because materialistic things gonna always buy the flesh. A lot of these guys are dealing with the flesh, dealing below the navel. See, when you're dealing with a person below the navel, that is hell. They're thinking with the head of their dick in their ass at all times. But if a person is dealing, that's why it was very important when we was little, our parents see us acting, hey, stop that. Hey, get that boy and that girl. No, they don't sleep in the same bed. Boy and girl don't take baths together.
Man, during our days, Rolo, our parents used to just look at us and we knew what that meant.
Hey, they can throw a shoe around the corner like a boomerang and hit you in the back of the head and make you sit down. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot that we have to get back in order. When they brought in that law and saying that kids can divorce their parents and kids can call the police if it's too much abuse at home, hell no. Them kids need to get slapped across the wall, kicked in the ass. Switches need to get braided, get in the tub, get out that motherfucker wet and get their ass whooped. Our kids would have been saved. Since we can't hit our kids can carry guns and sticks and say fuck you and kick mama in the ass and tell daddy he ain't shit. We lost. We let other people change our rules of thinking of life. And so now they're making us more sweeter. And they want the black man to be humble. You know what I'm saying? That's just like they lied about Jesus. Jesus was a killer. Just like they lied to us. They want us to be humble, to get smacked and always turn your cheek and always look at your own kind and be aggressive towards them. Of course it's going to be
so what's your position now that you see? I saw the guy, what's his name? He went down there in Atlanta. The guy, I can't think of the big pastor bishop, but he actually went down there with the gay bishop and like he condoned this man marrying another man in the church. I can't think of that pastor's name. He's like big, but he was like,
I hate to say it, 99.9 of our pastors are child molester, gay. They not loyal. It's all about the money. Listen to the first thing they get started in the service. Well, they talk
that's
about
his name, Jamal Bryant. That's him, Jamal Bryant. Thank you, Coffee Girl.
He's gay. He's gay. He's gay. Listen, a straight man is not going to hang in the dark or go nowhere with a gay person. I'm sorry to tell you. Birds of the feathers flock together. That's simple as that. It's just like, you know, how can I say it? It's just like half of these brothers, just like when you was young. You hear brothers go to the Central, Nellis, or whatever, and they get out, they talk about how they took somebody's ass, how they did this, how they had to discipline somebody. Man, they was gay back then. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them, you know, they fear pussy. You know what I'm saying? They fear putting their dick in a pussy and then it's a big hole, it's wet. They scared of it. They want something tight. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of them, they turned off from pussy. Pussy is too wet for them.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think we'll change it up a little bit because this is getting deep, man. But I just wanted to ask your opinion about it. But a couple of people want to know what's going on with Doc T.
But Doc T, well, he's in the pen right now, and I really don't know about his case. But Doc T is a soldier. I mean, yeah, he's with the business. He's a man that follows his own path, and Doc T is a great guy. You know, if you cool with Doc T cool with you. But if you think you're going to get over on Doc T, no, I don't think I can never see that happen. I can never see that happen. Never.
With this internet thing, Rolo, how much have the dynamics of what we know as Damu and Kiwi or Blood and Crip Hoover and Blood or Paru or whatever, how has that changed the dynamics of the gang members this day and time?
Well, I call it cheating because the internet, you can get a guy on there look like he's hardcore, or if he got something look like he got money, they're gonna roll with that guy, not even knowing his background, not knowing his character, not knowing that he just want to be there as a cheerleader. He's not there for the whole function. He's not there to build up the community. Half of the guys with this internet stuff, it broke down our community. Kids don't even come out and play. Kids don't even know how to do stuff no more. All they do is pick up their phone and just want to get on here and talk shit. It's more than just being on the internet. And that's why we lost out there. Right now they saying ain't no jobs, so there's millions of jobs out there. It's just that they don't want to get their ass up in the morning and go to a job and be by themselves. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them is groupies. They only can think as a groupie.
When you say be by themselves, what does that mean? Give me an example, because I think I know what you're saying, but I want to hear what your definition is.
When you got to be by yourself, you got to think about what position you in now and what's going to get you out the position and why you're in the position. You get what I'm saying? So if a person not thinking about the future, he only thinking about the present, that's a deadbeat. You don't want to hang around that. That's like a street pole. You know what I'm saying? He's just standing there. He's no good. He's not doing anything.
I got to get this in too, because it just dawned on me. Have you been seeing the memes and different things about Obama being?
Wait a minute, say that again.
There's been a lot of memes and different like cartoons and illustrations that's coming out on Obama. Barack Obama saying that he's,
Because Barack Obama fulfilled his task. We wanted a black president, but Barack Obama is not really black. That motherfucker is really an Arab. That's really the motherfucking president. I forgot. Whatever. I'm not going to get into that, but let me tell you about Barack Obama. Barack Obama was brought to open up the gay rights. Simple as that. He came here to make sure that he keep black men thinking, going to a brick wall. Obama didn't come here to make black people say, okay, we can't be somebody, we are somebody. First thing Obama said is, I've been opening up the gay rights. It's okay to be gay because Michelle is not Michelle. Have anybody got pictures of her pregnant? Have anybody ever seen her pregnant? Have anybody ever seen her in junior high? Have anybody ever seen her in high school? So you got to understand, the media going to give us something all the time like this reparation stuff. No, we're not going to get no reparation. So get out your heads.
I seen a picture with Obama. They had lipstick on him. He had a wig, and they had him all, you know what I mean? Like he was really like.
He gay. Just like, that's why you can look at a lot of movie star people. You're going to see them on there with Obama. I hate to tell you, because it's the time, if they tell you, see, you got to understand how they break down the Bible. The Bible is nothing but a biblical story. It was written by a homosexual. You get what I'm saying? Socrates and King James was homosexual. Socrates was King James' nephew or something like that. And when he seen him in the morning, he threw a picture and said he was Jesus. But them dudes was fucking each other. It's homosexual. So it tells you in the Bible at the last days what was going to come out. But people don't see the Bible as They see it as a whooping stone. No, it's a story that these homosexuals wrote, and they telling y'all every 10 years what's going to happen. But people so behind 20 years, they can't even catch up to understand the first 10. So everybody that they push in there, like Obama, he's tell y'all, you know, he gay. If y'all listen to him talk, he gay. You look how he walk. What man walk with a switch in a hop? Only but a sissy. I told people when he first came out, you can see through how he put makeup and mascara on, you know. The whole thing is just like, man, we lost. You gotta understand.
That is an interesting point you make, that I've never seen no pictures of Michelle or anything as far as, and then those girls, I forgot they had some out on those girls that was like odd to me. I can't remember.
It was them girls is the same girls that was missing a long time ago on a milk carton. No, I bet you if you look on them pictures, you'll see one of them girls on a milk carton that was missing. So you got to understand, man. Back in the 80s and 70s, when they was putting little girls on the milk carton, they was taking the pussies back then. Whether people want to hear me how I talk then, because they knew homosexual was going to come out. How you going to have homosexual, but you have no pussy for these punks? You get what I'm saying? So therefore, they had to have this made a long time ago. They have pussy preserved in jars a long time ago for these homosexuals to buy. I hate to put it like that. Them is missing little girls on a milk carton. On it. And them girls, if you look at them, they're not even black. Their nationality is not even black. You can tell, man, our people so...
They really do look Ethiopian to me.
Hello. So therefore, you got to understand about a lot of shit. If you look at signs and symbols, see, signs and symbols is really important. When you look at signs and symbols on door, you can understand what door you're walking in. Nobody never trip off of signs and symbols. It tells you before you walk in. And a lot of people get fucked over like that. But see, you got to understand why they got to push homosexuality, especially to our black kids. It's the money, because they know our dumbass black kids ain't never had no money. But if you give them some money, they're going to do something funny. See, they already know that shit. You know what I'm saying? Our people will go kill somebody just for a piece of clothes worth $2,500, but the next day the clothes ain't worth $2,500 because you wore it. That's how dumb we are. And I keep expressing that feeling. You know, homosexuality go in everybody's family. It don't miss nobody's family. See, that's why people are like, I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, motherfuckers know what I'm talking about, because this shit is in everybody's family now. It's just not missing every other door. No, it's in every family. Now you're looking at your kids and you're looking at your grandkids when they walk in and saying, damn, is they gay now? Now they doing homosexual things. It's up to you to say, hey, cut that shit out. And then it's up to you to take your kids out of charter school. Because you can't go to no charter school and get your kids out, because they're in there teaching your kid everything but what not to be a kid.
Yeah, because it's interesting that we now letting 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 7-year-old, all the way to 12, 15-year-old making adult decisions for life-changing, forever-changing sequence. I mean, they're making changes on their whole body makeup and who they are at such an early age. They don't even know how to go to the playground or go to the bathroom good enough yet.
Once again, this is why the creator of everything, they want homosexuality. Because he know when he see a homosexual over here, this little homosexual is going to make sure he make a little kid, because they pedophile. Every homosexual is a pedophile, man. They love little boy booty.
Is this an honest question for you? Let me see. This guy, I don't know who this guy is, but I want you to see what, because people have certain agendas and they try to get in here. I don't know if this guy's a troll or not. What you think about what he's asking you, Rolo?
What he's asking me?
He said, if you knew all about life, why did he gangbang and destroy his community?
Well, that's the part about life. You learn about life. I'm learning about my mistake. So I'm trying to learn not to do that again and teach the next kid, don't follow my dumb ass, what I did as a kid. You get what I'm saying? So therefore, I'm man enough to speak out. This is why Rolo.
That's what I knew. I knew Rolo, you would handle that well.
fame or nothing like that, my nigga. Because I got everything already that I want. I got my fruits, my animals, and I got a loving family. So therefore, I'm not looking for fame. I'm looking, when I come out my house, why there's no other black happy families. You get what I'm saying? I know I'm not in the twilight zone. And I'm not going to listen to
No, and see this guy, he don't know, Rolo, that you a grower, you grow, you think, you plant, you feed, you nurture, you nourish. You got animals. He does a lot, man. You guys don't. I mean, I know you want to look at one aspect of his life, but a lot of times those are just growing pains. And sometimes we get caught up in this culture, and we only going to be what we see until we learn how to do better. When you know better, you do better. And a lot of times when we was coming out our front doors in South Central Los Angeles, Compton, Watch, and all that, we were only reacting to what we saw and what we thought we were supposed to be a part of. And then it was later on that we learned different, and we begin to mature, and we get to go in another direction and not be so, so violent or so just looking at our next brother, you know what I mean, and thinking that he was harmful to us, because we all supposed to want for our brothers and sisters what we want for ourselves. And we get in that mindset, we'll be okay as a people, because we're the salt to the earth. And being the salt of the earth, the planet would die without us.
And to add to that, man, you got to understand what every person go to, and if a person have the courage to turn around and to show the world what he did wrong, man, you can never knock a person down for that. You can never knock a down person. What you can knock down a person is a person that criticize somebody that's trying to come out and to explain to people it's wrong what we was doing. It was wrong how I was taught. So I'm not going to get caught up with them people, because them people need power. Them people need our little kids so they can keep on seeming like they somebody in a jail system or on the streets, because they scared to go do it. You know what I'm saying? I woke up and I'm not scared to go tell nobody, man, you do it yourself. I'm not hurting another human being in this world for nothing, over a color, over a gang again. Now, what I can do, I can hurt a person for stopping my nation from rising. I will hurt a person for stopping me for getting to my next person, to teach him where he don't have to jump off a cliff. He have a life. That's all I'm trying to tell people. We have a life, because if I can turn around, I know damn well y'all can turn around and do better than me, because there's more better persons out there than me. I never said I was the best. Never. Because I know it's better people out there. That's how we learn. You know what I'm saying? You reach one, teach one, because that person probably got something to take me to another level. That's where I'm trying to get to. Because I'm tired of our people being in a struggle situation or looking like, oh, we got to have a gold chain on to be somebody. Or we got to go out and buy this Mercedes-Benz cost $80,000, $60,000. And when we can't even buy kids no little $100 shoes, or be there for them for a whole year to make sure they're getting good tests on their grades. See, that's what I'm trying to get back into. And that's the moral of the whole story. I don't care about gangbanging. It's stupid. That was a part of a Ku Klux Klan in me. And I'm going to tell you, that was a part of a Ku Klux Klan in me, because I was doing the Ku Klux Klan job. And I'm not going to do their job no more. Simple as that. You can look at it how you want to look at it.
You'd be surprised, Rolo, to how many people would be lost if the power grid went down, and they had no more lights, they had no more everything just went down. They wouldn't know how to grow their own food. They wouldn't know how to, hunt rabbits or any of that thing, deer or none of that. They wouldn't know how to do none of that. And
it's sad. And
even starting a fire, even knowing the difference between different woods and that can sap wood that can actually light up. You get some sap, man. That stuff, it's like a sparkler.
Exactly. And it's sad, because the world is showing people what it's coming to. You better learn how to grow, and you better learn how to do something better than what y'all doing. Because the government is going to make this a third world. Because why are they going to make it a third world? And I keep telling people, America owe $1 trillion to China, Japan, whoever, and whoever else they owe. But America always going out to help people. America is losing people because the dollar is going to not exist no more. And people think the dollar is. No, it's going to be about the gold. They want nothing but the bricks back. And a lot of countries know that. Once they get the bricks back, they got America in a headlock. And we are obese people. The reason why I say we are obese people and we haven't learned yet, look how much leftover food that we have in the icebox. We overcook. We see with our eyes again, not with our stomach. You know what I'm saying? We always want to go buy this for 10 racks or buy these clothes, only wear them one time. A year go by, you don't even have them. You don't even want to wear what you spent all that money on, what you was ready to kill somebody over stupidity. And that's what people got to understand. We got to live above the navel and think above the navel all the time.
I saw so much dysfunction and discourse during the PPP and the EDD that I was astounded, man, because I saw guys run down there to the downtown LA and buy 20 to 30 gold chains. They went and bought used Bentleys and used Mercedes and BMWs, and they was just they thought they had made it, but they don't. The thing about it, having $1 million is one thing, but maintaining it is a whole nother ball of wax. And if you don't know how to manage money and invest it and do the right thing, because you can just have money, sitting in a regular bank account. You got $1 million sitting in the bank. By next year, you're gonna be broke based on taxes.
Exactly.
Because you didn't know how to you didn't know what to do with the money.
Well, like I tell people, we can still come back. See, this where everybody think it's over. No, we can bounce back within 6 months to a year. All it takes is just people just do it. Don't talk about it. If you got land in your backyard, all you got to do is tell a brother, come back there and show you how to put vegetables back there where we can start having produce in our own people. You got sewing machine. I know how to sew. I can show people how to sew. You know what I'm saying? Cook. I can show people how to be a carpenter. You know what I'm saying? Masonry, all that, because that's what it come back to. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to take our old stuff and refurbish it back into new. That's all the government do anyway. He take our old shit, refurbish it, make it look new again, and sell it to us 3 times more. So we got to stop spending our money with the government. Like I told you, the only way we're going to change this, and we can change it in 3 weeks. If nobody,
because we're the biggest consumers on the planet. Black people are.
Exactly. If we don't spend no money for 3 weeks, I'm telling people, they'll give us shit. Because that shit is already, they got to buy that shit before they bring it over here. But if we don't buy it and it sit at the port, sit at the train station, sit at the airport, America can really hear us and make us give us what we need. We don't have to do it with no violence. And at the same time, we building our own grocery. You know what I'm saying? We got people that know about water. We got people that know about electricity. We got people that know about cool oil. We can do all that. We don't have to share that. And then we don't have to be, let me make sure to get this straight out to a lot of people. Don't have to be racist, because it's a lot of other race died for us to get us out of slavery. It's what we got to get in our head, saying, fuck the other race. No, bro. There's a lot of other race saved us that our own race wouldn't even save us. And it's true. So it's not about saying, okay, it's just about black. No, because it is some other races out there will help us because they know what the pain we went through.
There's a report came on called the Majority Report that talk about there's a group of Latino men that are joining up with the white supremacists. And they're getting in based on their European culture. In other words, Spaniards are Europeans. Yeah. They're white. They just happen to speak Spanish.
Exactly.
So what's happening is if they got the complexion to be in the reflection of what these guys believe in, they're now accepting recruitment from these guys into their inner circle. And they're going in as that, and they come out as white supremacists. And I'm not saying all Spanish people is doing this, but it's a chunk of them that are now into the Proud Boys and some of these other groups.
Yeah, the reason why, because they know the real history of it, because they know about how the Moors, the Black African Moors, ruled in Spain over 500 years and put street lights. They had street lights in the 1500s, running water, toilets, and all that. And they had the best irrigation garden because we built it for them. And then we lost the foothold to them in the war when they joined up with all the other European group cultures. So of course they're going to keep us down because they know already who we are. We know we are builders. You can look at the bummest motherfucker out there in the streets. That dude know how to create a lot of things, build a lot of things. He's surviving more than the person that's in the house, because he created. You gotta use your brain, your mind. We're not using that no more. We're thinking like others. We want to be like others. We want to look like others. We want.
Well, that's our problem too. We most ethnic groups practice group economics. We try to practice individual economics, and that's why we keep losing. We keep falling backwards. We keep finding ourselves at a deficit because we practice individual economics. And I tell these people, and I had a couple of back and forth with a couple of guys that they don't understand that the wealth of this country is determined by the property you own. That's why you see the Mark Cubans and the Donald Trumps and the Magic Johnson. Even Magic, he understands that buying up mass amounts of property is what determines your wealth, having ownership. And if you don't buy land and you don't purchase land, you don't really have it. I don't care if it's just a pile of dirt.
Yeah.
It's valuable.
But see, like I tell them, if they got money, they need to come together because.
And now the trades have gone. You're right.
Well, you don't buy in the cities no more because black people, poor black people haven't realized this yet. Wherever they go, the white man going to come. So I don't care if they be on the side of a desert on the freeway where there's nothing at. If they build a community there, buy the land because the white man gonna come because he don't want you to have nothing. So he gonna come try to buy you out. You don't sell out. And then when you got whatever in your stores, you leave it right there on your land. So you're gonna make people come to your land and buy your stuff. You're gonna make them travel. See, we gotta start thinking business mind too. And like I told you, it's never too late. Never too late. It's never too late. It's just that we stop spending money with them and we spend money with us. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's going to happen. Like the Watts Festival that we used to have, like in Compton Parade and stuff.
Shout out to Compton girl with the salmon burgers.
That used to bring in a lot of business for us because people used to come just to see us march down the street, have a parade. I'll go to over there to 103rd at over there off Central. What's the name of that park? Over there, we used to have the Watts Festival.
Will Rogers.
Because back in the days, I was selling helium balloons back then. As a kid, my daddy was teaching me, come on, sell helium balloons, and we were selling them flip T-shirts to people and everything. You know what I'm saying? My daddy, he taught us how to be, business eyes. When black people come together, you get you a cart, bring you some food. But people don't have to go to McDonald's. You got food, sell it to them cheap. Don't sell it to them high. You know what I'm saying? You start coming together. That's all I can tell people. If we don't start making plans, coming together, and having a reason, stop saying, fuck, we're going to come together for Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is a thanks for giving us your life, making us slaves. That's what Thanksgiving is. We can't celebrate that.
Shout out to the moderators, man. Shout out to those super dope moderators.
We can't.
Hey, Rolo, do me a favor. Show Marlena one of your prize daggers or knives you got over there. She likes that kind of stuff. Which one is that? Wow. What you call that one?
Oh, you want me to show which one?
Wow. That's what you call a mace, right?
Yeah.
And what was the other one in your hand?
I don't know the name of this one, but I know the Slayer had this motherfucker. He was putting in work.
Hey, thank you, Rolo. There you go, Marlena.
When you go out there hiking, you got to always have special little shit.
Is that a cane? What is that?
Well, no, I shooting the wrong part. Let me show you something. Each department got different blades in it.
Wow.
And you go.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, it's my walking cane. It got like 5 or 6 blades in it. It's survival. It helps you start fires, help you hunt.
What made you start collecting those, Rolo?
Well, dealing with my uncles and dealing with the army people that was in my family and other people, they already told me what the government was up to. And a lot of people didn't believe it, you know what I'm saying? I did all the time, and they always told me you always gotta have a knife of survival because
Hey, your little homie Munch said much love from prison.
much love, Munch. Stand tall, homie. Stand your ground.
That's right. That's right.
You know, you gotta always because you know you gotta understand when something big break off right now, you run out of bullets. How you going to protect yourself? See, a knife is the best knife to have in a war because you can always go take other people's weapons and save the bullets. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to reload. You can hunt, all that. You know, it's the best sufficient way to kill somebody if you're gonna kill somebody.
So we learned simple black commerce changes the hood, meaning as a black man, let me get what you're saying, meaning as a black man, we should want to see the next brother with the business. Make it big with me, doing business with him. Yeah, you're right, bro. I appreciate that.
You know, that's what it's going to have to come to. Like I tell people, you know, and then once they get in business, they got to have business mind. They got to understand you got to get out there and do the footwork. Just because you got money, you're not doing the footwork. Your business never.
Nah, man, Rolo got 2 King Corsals and 2 Bull Masters. What you mean? And about 6 or 8 puppies. You not knowing, bro. Being you late. He's telling me get some dogs. Rolo.
Man, look, I got King Corsals, Bull Masters, Boers. I got bullies. Now my cousin, he got some of them new shepherds because you know I told you I wanted to show him to you. You know he got a nice little thing, man. You know. But,
And what's that dog nephew got? What was that dog nephew got?
A Boer, African Boer. He paid
African Boer.
He paid 10,000 for it from South Africa. It's a real Boer from Africa.
Wow. That dog right there, just looking at him, he asked me, did I want to pet? No, I don't want to pet nothing.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to breed with my Can Corso next. I'm going to breed my Can Corso with the Boer.
With the Boer?
Yeah.
Woo!
Come out with some big, massive dogs. You need it in this time of the world. You know, people walking around these Frenchies and stuff getting robbed. You need you a big dog. You need something to make a statement.
There ain't nobody gonna rob you for no Boer or the Bull Masters or that King Corsals. Nobody finna rob you with it. What about the Aggressive Canarians?
Oh, they're the same thing, but the only thing is you gotta watch them around kids because them gang dogs. Really gang dogs. They is really with the kill. You know, and then by a kid being little, they'll think it's an animal sometimes. They'll hit the kid. Certain dogs you just can't bring around a kid.
Oh, you said Munchie is going for his appeal too.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, you know, it's sad, you know, like us as a people, because we have the power. That's the culture of power. We have the power and we have the manpower to move anything and to build anything. They just got to come together and stop looking at each other on hate or looking at us. Oh, you from that other side of town. I don't give a goddamn what side of town is. Nigga, you's a human like me. You know what I'm saying? It's so fucked up now because you never know. That might be my cousin over there through slavery, how they brung us over here through slavery and separate us. So,
yeah, man, he got some killers, man.
We need to really stop killing each other, bro. And I don't understand why it's so hard for black men to look at it and say, damn, man, you're right. You know,
yeah, CK is color man killer and BK is black man killer. Todd Banks, what's happening?
Yeah, you know, we got to stop it. You know, only thing I can tell you is we need to start.
Oh, he said oppressor is one owner's dog, and that's probably true. They funny.
It is. And what we got to really do, man, is really, like I said, I'm challenging anybody. All they got to do is step to me. You know what I'm saying? And when I can show them, we can make a change. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop talking about it. You know what I'm saying? We got to really stop talking about it. Listen to a lot of women's out there because they got a gang of good ideas. And that's our problem. A lot of men feel threatened because a woman can tell them and know how to do more shit than them. They got to get out of that. You know, that's something that can uplift us, man. You know, because really, a black woman is the key to our success. I hate to tell us. You know, without her, we ain't gonna never have success. Never.
Explain why.
Because she the nurture of the realm of everything. Because if a black woman, you can I'll put it like this. Your mama and your sister can be mad at you. Trip this out. Your mama and sister can be mad at you. And they can say all kinds of things. Motherfucker, I wish this had happened to you. Your black ass, this and it. What happened to you? Because they chatted into the realm of life. And they put it out there, and what happened to you? It made you go to jail, got your ass whooped, and got you straight. See, when a woman chat, just like in Haiti, they don't want to tell you about the Haitian, how they won the war by chatting. See, it's all in our spiritual of our woman. And then as long as we put our woman down, a man can never be a man. And if a man is scared, intimidated by his black woman, he is not really a man. He's missing something as a child to become a man. He needs to go back.
I think it talks about that in First Peter 3:7-9.
Huh?
It talks about that in First Peter 3:7-9.
Yeah, you know, it's because you got to understand, we come from a woman. You get what I'm saying? We come from a woman. Can't no man ever. I don't give a fuck what science do. Yeah, you probably do whatever, but if something gonna come out wrong with that goddamn kid, if a man have a baby. You know what I'm saying? Something bad gonna come out. But get back to it, you know, we gotta start understanding, respecting our woman, dealing with them, dealing with their attitude. That's the key. If you can deal with that black woman attitude, you can deal with anything in the world. And that's why these niggas can't deal with them, because they ran from their first problem. They couldn't deal with that woman. Go back and deal with that woman, then you can deal with anything.
That's awesome, man. So Rolo, tell us what you got for the kids, man, because that's our future. Those are our treasures right there. That's where our jewelry at. That's where our diamonds are.
Well, I tell you, for the kids, stay a kid. Think as a kid. Don't do adult things. Don't think about sexual things. Don't even want for money. What you want to do, you want to build up your mindset for jobs. You want to build your mindset up, say, this is what I'm going to do. Right now, our kids need to be into a lot of technicians, into space. They need to be into water. They need to get into politicians. We need more of our kids into the police system to overturn the police system so it can be in our favor. We need a lot of kids to understand to be bakers, to be scientists, because science is what ruled the world. If you be a scientist, you can understand everything in life and make life.
Yeah, Rolo is definitely practicing the martial arts. He's willing to teach the kids.
I'm willing to teach. Free. I'm not charging nobody nothing. And I guarantee you within 3 weeks, you'll be straight. And you got to understand the martial art business, they only teach you so much, will make sure that you come back. I'm going to teach you straight off where you can understand everything, and you're going to teach what you already know to make it more better. The only thing that you all don't understand about martial arts is blocks. Fighting is dealing on block. Anybody know how to strike. And if you don't know how to block, you'll never know how to strike. And that's what most people don't understand. And people understand, they talk about the haymaker. Haymaker is the easiest thing. It's a block that you do. When that motherfucker throw a haymaker, he's going to break his forearm. It's like hitting the side of a wall, how you turn your wrist. It's real easy. And like them girls, how they be out there fighting and they be hitting like this. It's blocking. It's all kind of blocks that you do that, and you'll stop that girl from swimming on you. It's all kind of things I can teach you, like girls that's small, how they get grabbed. I can teach you how to get out the grab position, how you have just a little stick in your hand, no matter how big the guy is. I'm gonna show you hit them in pressure points, and break them down where you can get away. You know what I'm saying? And then martial art is something good to make sure that you have self-confidence. It makes sure that you're not scared, you're more aware. It makes you have pride in yourself. It makes you sure that you have for sure footings in this world. It's not about just going out beating up people. I never, use my martial art for that. Because you can hurt people when you learn the right martial art. The right martial art will put the right person down.
Shout out to the bias.
I don't care how long they've been learning. It's like you got to practice the right move. And if you keep practicing that one move will get you through it all the time. But the young kids out there, like I can say, is stay in school. You want to learn. You want to learn how to read and write. That's a must. You want to be very intelligent towards your parents. You want to be very respectful because that's going to teach you how to deal with life. If you can be respectful with your parents and take their order, then you can understand life in the world.
He said, man, Mo would told him you would kick the bag 1,000 times.
Yeah. I brought my sensei down there to G6 house. There was around about like 50 of them in the backyard. And I was trying to, bring my instructor down there to teach them then back in the day. I love my little homies. I love all of them. The only thing is, I'm their big brother. To me, I'm like their big brother. I don't mind scolding them. And I tell them when they wrong. Because if we don't tell our little homies when they wrong, we're going to keep on having this mayhem and all this stupid shit out there. It's time for, if you call yourself the big homie, you're their big brother. You need to speak up as a big brother and let them know. You know what I'm saying? Lead them the right way. It's good to keep on pushing that gangsterism to a certain extent. But when you get to a certain age, you got to tell them, look, go focus for a job. You got to go focus for a trade. Learn something because now you're going to become a family man. You're not going to be in the streets all your life. You don't want to be out here past 30 and 40. You want to make sure that you have a comfortable spot. But now you got somewhere to lay your head. You can teach others. You know what I'm saying? And that brothers don't have a comfortable spot. It's like, man, like I can tell you, like I say, go buy some fruits. You see there's an empty spot out there. Like, if you're living on the side of the freeway, water come on free. I'm not trying to be funny, man, but I'm killing y'all game because 6 months going to come regardless. You go buy your fruits. You plant them. You water them. You just water them every day. You water in the morning and water at evening. Never in the sun out. And then when you get them fruits, you can go take them and sell them. If you see trees in the back of like an avocado tree in somebody's backyard, say, look, let me get up all the leaves and stuff for you and let me get much as avocados off the tree. Guess what? You can take them avocados to anywhere and sell them. People buy avocados at any store, any restaurant. I'm trying to tell you, these are things in your backyard. These are things that you can do. You know what I'm saying? You got to, like our community, our gangs, y'all got to make a safe street for the kids, man. Y'all can't hang out where the kids at. And if y'all see the kids walking the street, tell y'all hoes to put on clothes. When at 5:30, y'all should tell all y'all hoes to put on clothes. I'm sorry. I'm keeping it real, man. Because now y'all making young kids want to be like them, thinking that fast life is it. No, y'all being disrespectful. This, I'm telling y'all. And if y'all pimps had any sense, y'all can go rent a porta potty and put it on the streets. And y'all can have one of y'all pimp guards to guard the motherfucker and charge the motherfucker 25 cents or 50 cents to use the porta potty instead of shitting on our streets, leaving human waste on the ground. I'm trying to tell you, if y'all gonna pimp, I ain't mad about the pimp game. The only thing about the pimp game, y'all leaving y'all condoms. Y'all don't care if y'all fuck in front of little kids. Y'all got y'all hoes walking around with their ass out. They ain't took no bath in 2 weeks, and they'll suck.
Not 2 weeks. 2 weeks?
Listen, man. I got a homegirl. She a squirter, right? I watch it because I live on 107th in Pig. I live on Pig. And I tell them I live on Pig, and I see Pig when I walk out my door. I watch my homegirl. She in the car with 3 motherfucking Mexicans. She take turns with each Mexican, right? But I know she in there because each Mexican getting out, wiping off because she's squirting. She's squirting a lot of shit on them. Then here come 2 black guys. They'll pull up, watch the Mexican. They get off on that. They'll grab her, put her in the car. Then here come another dirty Mexican on a bike. He'll hit her behind the tree. Ain't washed her ass yet. And then here come another motherfucker in the van. I don't know how many motherfuckers in the van. And she'll sit there for like 30 minutes till each motherfucker get out, throw the condom, and watch him. And then what she'll do is she'll squat between the car, take a piss in the shit, got a little wipe it, and throw it on the ground and wave at you. And I gotta go out there and get it because I don't want the church people to track it in the church, and I don't want no kids or my family to track it when we go back to the store in and out through the streets. This is how diseases come about and people not knowing. This is how we gotta stop it. Because if we not, we're gonna be like them third world countries where you got lupus and everything else in the water. It's gonna be so fucked up, and it's so true. You know, y'all got all these girls just out here, man. Look, if y'all was smart, y'all come together, you pimps, once again, rent a house, keep it up. Now you got your border house. Now you got motherfuckers coming in. The hoes can take a bath, and y'all got real money coming in. It's not out there in the public. The community wouldn't even say nothing then, because you know the black people is down for whatever. But see, y'all don't know how to cover your own track, and y'all wonder why people get mad and gotta call the police. Because you got an 80-year-old moms in the house, you got your aunties coming over from church, and you got your grandkids coming over, ain't never seen this. So when they do see this and step into all that, and you got condoms all in your front yard, come on, man. That's off limits. But y'all don't do none of that shit in front of y'all mama house. That's the cold thing about the pimps.
Wow.
You know, that's the cold thing. But then they'll get wrong if a motherfucker tap on the window and just blow his head off and walk away. Because it's motherfuckers out there that think like that every day. But then again, they got to get control of themselves because they say, damn, I'd be just like them. I don't want to be like them. You get what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of shit that people not understanding what this pimp shit doing. This pimp shit is really fucking up a lot of shit. Because if you girls were smart.
What do you mean by that?
It's like if y'all say y'all make $100 a day, right? And you do 20 tricks a day, right? Add that up. And then you add that up, say like by 20 or 22 times a day, right? Because the other days she gonna bleed. She can't work. And then you add it up by the week, by the week, by the month, by the month, by the year. They had enough money to go put down on a house and start a business. But you know what they do with their money? They'll go home, call the Mexican, go get whatever dope they want, put their money back on dope, be out there in the cold, and wonder why they ain't got nowhere to go. Their money is like waterfall. That is a real song. Don't go chasing waterfall.
That's that. With that being said, Rolo, we're going to go ahead and lock the dope, man. But we're going to come back. When I get with you, we're going to do Al. We're going to get back on B-Brazy.
Okay.
B-Brazy. We're going to do all of them, man. But I appreciate it for this hour, man. Once again, it's a lot,
Okay.
baby. I appreciate you. And shout out to Rolo. Once again, he dropped major heat diamonds. He dropped jewelry up in here today, y'all. Shout out to Rolo. Matter of fact, y'all go smoke one. Rolo, where they can find you at on Instagram?
Smoke wine.
Where can they find you on Instagram, Rolo?
Oh, Romalis True. I'm on Romalis True, right? Romalis True. Romalas True. Troupe.
Romalis Troop, man. Y'all follow him on Instagram, man.
What?
Y'all know what it is.
Just to hear something like that would happen on a Sunday afternoon.
Well, when you dealing with different hoods, what do you expect? Because it's the weekend, and I don't know. I can't speak for everybody else, but I'm from Santana Block Crip, so it's gonna do what it do.
Gonna do what it do.
Smoke wine. I like that.
It's gonna do what it do. Shout out to Rolo. We'll talk soon, Rolo. I appreciate you.
Okay, much love.
Shout out to nephew. Thank you, nephew.
Yeah. You can go
Okay. We'll get back to you, Rolo.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Shout out to the Mailroom Nation, the Mailroom Goons, everybody in the chat room, Marlena Williams, Postmaster General, Compton Girl, everybody that joined in, Mike Marks, everybody, man. This the roster, man. Ja Love, man, Kings of Kings. Everybody, man, super dope moderators and all the Rolos, homeboys out there, man, doing that time, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Once again, I am Professor Melly Mill, the Hood Postman. Be sure to click the notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment down below. Share this content, man. Listen, this is not a glorification, nor is it glamorizing. It's always an education. Get on the bus and let us take you to school so we can take you out. Marlena Williams, take us up out of here. Shorty, where we at? Where we at, Shorty? Get us all up here, man, because, we go.
Perfect grind all the time, baby.
Yeah. Cali finest, baby. Proof of grind all the time. Music money. Got a dollar sign. Hub City. I'm a street nigga. Streets fuck with me. I'ma keep pushing products to the fans get me. It's guap off top. Diamond Cartier. That nigga wall won't give a broke bitch the time of day. They see me climbing. They see me shining. That's hard work. Proof of grinding. New money got me tipping in that 550. I leave bad man and I'm so pretty. I got that tech with me. That's my hater sprayer. Go big, grind now, nigga, play later. What can I say? I'm addicted to this paper stacking. And I don't talk about it. I just make it happen. Word on the block is that my shit go. Freaks for the low.
Marlena Williams, go ahead and lock the door, because we are gone.